If you're looking for a perfect hunt, a trip that went exactly to plan, this video is not for you. This is a raw, unfiltered, and at some points beautiful experience that I'm about to share. It might not end the way you think, but that's the great thing about all of this hunting stuff. You learn, you adapt, and eventually you will succeed. It's not about the beginning or the outcome. It's about the journey. The past doesn't matter, and the future is unknown. So might as well worry about the here and the now. And now, it's time for the process. A full season of rifle deer hunting in Pennsylvania.
Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. It is right now November 30th. It's the opening day of rifle season, the first Saturday of the year to hunt deer with a rifle. I'm super excited. I'm out here in this really super thick, deep ravine with a bunch of laurels and trying to find a good spot right now. This is the first time I've been back here, and the sun's come up. So right now, just kind of doing some looking, some walking around, and seeing if I can run into a deer here. That sun's ever so slowly just creeping down the mountain. Once this hillside's lit up, hopefully we got some deer movement. It's a good spot though. I found it on Onyx. It's a boulder field, and basically what it allows me to do is see across this canyon here. This spot that I'm at specifically, the whole area is very, it's pretty flat, relatively speaking, kind of like a plateau, and the tops are very open. They clear cut them all the time, so the tops are really open, but there's this deep ravine going through this whole property, and this deep ravine, I'm sure, concentrates deer. I mean, it's got really thick laurel, it's got cedars, it's got oak trees, it's got everything that a deer would need, especially cover this time of year whenever there's hunters everywhere through the woods. I saw 7 people walking in today. There's probably 7 or 8 cars on the trailhead. So getting away from pressure is the name of the game here in the rifle season, especially in PA, in the highly populated, high hunter number states. This area has had a huge drought this year, and the leaves are so crunchy that it makes still hunting impossible, which is really unfortunate because that's my favorite thing to do. That's my favorite style of hunting in the Pennsylvania woods. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but we're gonna have to make do with our situation. All right, I think it's time to move. It's way too cold today to be sitting in one spot for too long. So I'm just gonna keep on moving around, just cover ground and see if I can turn something up. Might not be the most efficient way to do things, especially with the really, really dry leaves, but it's the way that I like to hunt, and by God, I'm gonna freaking do it. I'll tell you what, it's pretty freaking stunning down here. And also, this creek's gonna mask my sound at least a little bit, which is good. It's so cool checking out new spots, just trying to figure things out. It's like one of my favorite things to do, man. Just trying to find a place on the map and put the work in to figure something out and hopefully get an animal. All right, so as I was walking through the woods right there, I reached down to kind of hold my rifle and hold my scope, and I noticed like a little wiggle, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. I pulled my rifle off, and turns out that my scope mounting rail is loose, and I need to tighten that down. That's the reason that I wasn't accurate yesterday, which makes a lot of sense. Whenever I was at home earlier this week, I was checking, making sure everything was dialed in, and the bolts on the scope that hold the scope rings on were loose. So I tightened those up, but must not have checked the rail. So I'm heading back to the truck now. It's 9:45, and I'm just gonna head to the range and really make sure that my rifle's dialed in, because I don't really have a rifle range super close to my house. So having this one easily accessible right here, making sure that my rifle's dialed in, will really set me up positively for the coming week, so that I'm confident in my gear, that I'm not gonna miss anything. So that's the plan right now. We're gonna just go to the range, get it sighted in, make sure everything's good, because last thing you want to do is be unconfident in your gear. So here's to walking. Such a limited amount of time. It's 4:15 right now. The sun goes down at 4:45. So I literally have like 30 minutes of actual daylight and then like 15 to 20 minutes of twilight. It's pretty cloudy, so it's probably gonna get darker sooner than that. It is way colder than I was expecting. It's already 4:45, and it's getting dark. It's getting dark. I think this is a fool's errand trying to get something right now. I didn't dress warm enough for this. I didn't have any time to get out here. I'm gonna assume I probably spooked anything anyway. That being said, I think I'm gonna pack everything up and head back. Warm my feet up. I have only been out here for like 30 minutes. My feet are already frozen. I mean, just listen to that. Listen to how loud that is. No way there's anything moving, making that much noise. It's December 7th right now. It's cold, right around 22 degrees, I believe. But we're out here. We're back out again, finally. Got my scoped out in. We had a short stint on Thursday. We had a short stint on Thursday where we came out for like literally 30 minutes. But now I actually have some time. It's Saturday, so it's nice to be able to come out and not be rushed on time. Although I will say, I'm kind of short on sleep. We met with my parents last night. We were out pretty late for my standards. We didn't get back until probably 10:30. Went to bed at 11. It's been a grind of a season, man. Just coming out every weekend trying to fill my tags. I'm hoping that today at least get something walking by, like, for the love of God. It's been tough, man. It's been tough. The sun finally came out and it feels so good. Oh my gosh. It was freezing. I was debating getting down there for a minute, but that sun has given me a new sense of confidence. does that came running down this hill right behind me. They were 20 yards away. Grabbed my gun, turned around real slow, and I touched one off. And, 30 yards away. She just jumped. And walked away. I don't know. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna go see if there's blood. I don't know how I could have possibly missed. I would have thought that she just piled up right there, but she jumped. And it looked like she wasn't even hit. It just does not make any sense. So I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna see if I can track those deer a little bit. Hopefully there's blood, and she just piled up there. But come on, man. That was fucking terrible. She should have just dropped. How close that was. It should have just dropped. Should have been 2 lungs, done. Whew. I don't know. She could be dead. I'm gonna hold out. I'll hold out hope, but that is just insane if I missed it. Let's go see what we're working with here. I'm not even joking. My tree is right there. And I shot it 10 yards in front of me right here. So they came walking right down this path right here. And then walked this way on this old logging road. But these two that were up here were moving this way a little bit further up the hill. So this is where I shot right here. You can see my tree. It's right over there. Right over here. Shot straight through this gap. Right here. I'm about probably 60, 70 yards in and not even a speck. Not even a speck of blood. I don't know what the heck could have happened. I really don't. I shot the gun in literally this week. I was on the money. I just whiffed. There's 30 yards. Could have made the shot with my bow. I don't know what the heck's going on. This has been a crazy season for misses. I'm not even exaggerating to you whenever I say that I've never missed before this year. I never missed a single deer with my rifle before this year. I missed one with my bow last year, but that was it. Now 2 in one season. It's crazy. I just don't understand it. I really don't. You know, you work so hard to try and get opportunities at these deer on public land, highly pressured areas. You hike in, go out every single weekend that you can. You go out and you hunt. You try and just get some meat for the freezer. Just try and get an opportunity. And to like have that opportunity with a rifle at 30 yards and to miss is just so demoralizing. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I practice, I shoot, I dry fire, and to freaking miss. Something's gotta be wrong, man. Something's gotta be very wrong. Maybe I bumped my scope. Maybe whenever I was driving over, it got bumped or something. I don't know. I'm gonna need to have a long off season of practice. Lots and lots of practice. It's the only way. Yeah, definitely don't want to feel like this again. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is probably going to be it for me for this video. And I don't know what the rest of the season's going to hold for me. I don't know if I'm going to be done for the year. I still got 1 weekend to rifle and then like a month, probably like a month and a half, 2 months of archery after that. But just with how that went down, it's kind of frustrating. So, I don't know. I'll keep you posted, but for now, I'll see you guys next week.